Game Day Uncensored post-game show, and we mean it. When we say Game Day Uncensored, we are beholden to nobody. Stephen Ross can call us up right now and tell us to shut up. You know what Vlad will tell him?
We just hang up. So be it.
Yeah, so be it, so be it. He will hang up in Stephen Ross's face if Stephen Ross tries to silence us. We keep it real on this show. I'm not going to lie. We'll tell you how we feel. We'll be honest about the Dolphins. We're not going to sugarcoat anything.
He's lying. I'm not telling no billionaire, to be quiet.
I'll hang up in his face.
I'm not hanging up on
him. And I like Stephen Ross. I mean, I don't know him personally.
Stephen Ross too. I like Boss Ross, but I'm not.
Nobody's going to tell us. Nobody's going to tell us what to do.
That is true, but I'm not going to hang up on his face.
It's Game Day Uncensored. That's also kind of disrespectful. I'm just trying to prove a point. But it's not just Vlad and I that are the hosts of this show, Game Day Uncensored. You're also a member of the show. 305-567-0560. Let's go to the phone lines. Mike's calling us from Phoenix. Mike, I got to ask you a question straight up. You act like I don't know. Have you gone to Gracie's Tax Bar yet, like I told you last year in the offseason?
Hey, you remembered it was me. I was going to tell you I have not had a chance to get there yet, but I'm still trying.
Okay, well, make it out there one of these days. What you got, Mike? Let's talk some Dolphins. What's going on?
Okay, I listened to you guys in the pregame, and I got to say, I agree with you 100%, Dan. It's like Solana and Tobin are getting their panties in a bunch because Tua's playing. It's like you just said, set a tone, get some game reps, get some game situations. They converted 2 fourth downs. It's like you don't get that sitting on the sidelines in bubble wrap. It's like, and oh, by the way, the last couple of years, everything they've done, that hasn't worked either.
Right.
So it's like, get him in there, get some situations in there. And like I said, I'm not much of a Tua fan to begin with, but hey, get him in there, get some experience. It's just like, get him in there, get some play in there, and let's see what he's got.
And Mike, I want to ask you this, and I think you'll agree with me and Vlad. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors. They weren't going to put Tua in a situation that he could actually get hurt.
No, exactly. But, put him in there for 8 to 10 plays and just, like I said, Mahomes and Kyler Murray played out here in Phoenix last night. It's like if you get hurt in 8 to 10 plays, it's just not meant to be. But
you're going to get hurt anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you 100%, Dan. It's like get him in there, put him in for a little. It doesn't have to be for a half. Or Marino did it all the time. Marino would play the beginning of games, and then you pull him out there. It's not a big deal. Just tell Tobin and Solana to chill out a little bit.
Mike, I appreciate it so much. Thank you for hanging with us, and get out to Gracie's Tax Bar. Trust me, you'll have a great time. But I agree with you. Look, are we going to bubble wrap everybody and just hope that we can find our way into the playoffs? And then, now that we're in the playoffs, we'll play Tua. If you're going to get hurt, you're going to get hurt.
Pretty much.
That's one of those things with that's what I was like. I was like, put him out there. It's one series. And like I said, but they're not going to put him in a dangerous situation. And another thing is, I'm glad you're here, Vlad, because I got a lot of pushback in the pregame show. And you and I are from the Creole culture. We're from that culture. What the Bears did the other day, they slapped you. What do? Are you going to slap back or are you going to run away? Dolphins need to say from now on, none more of that. We're coming back. We're coming for you.
You got to set a tone, fam.
You do. And that's why I said, put Tua out there.
Listen, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt.
You're going to.
Like can you avoid getting hurt? No, but the minute you put on your uniform, you can get hurt. I'm not upset with Tua. I'm going to tell you why. You know who? James Cook of the Buffalo Bills yesterday got dressed, did all the drills that you're supposed to do, and then at the end said, I'm not playing because he has a contract situation.
I hear that.
Right? I can understand that.
That's fine. Tua, not in that situation.
You know what Tua doesn't have? Tua missed nearly a half of the season last year. Correct?
Yes.
So
he missed 6 games total. And at the end of the season when they needed him.
Okay, so he played 12 games? So he missed a third of the season last year, but going with the summer and everything, it's been a while for him. It's been a while since he's seen live action. I don't mind if your number one guy wants to see some live action. He knows what he's doing. Their job, the offensive line knows what their job is to do. The receivers know what they have to what their job is to do. Everybody has a job to do, whether it's one series or not. Like the caller said, Kansas City, They got a turnover. One pass, boom, Mahomes scores a touchdown. We don't need to see Mahomes
That's
ever
cool,
again.
but he's out there.
But I see he was out there. Yesterday, the Jets played the Packers. I stayed home because I wanted to see the Jets play because you wanted to see how their first team. Once you hear the first team is playing a preseason game, you're going to sit and watch. You want to see where their strengths are and where their weaknesses are, where they might have to develop players, develop positions, what their scheme is like. And that's the other thing. People, please let's not go crazy. Both teams were playing a generic, bland game plan. Okay. What you wanted to see, if the players wanted to execute the bland generic game plan.
Exactly.
If they were excited.
And they were being tough.
And they were tough.
305-567-0560. We're getting some messages on the YouTube, the Twitch, the Odyssey app, everything. Jalapeno Steve says, this is just a glorified practice.
Facts. It's like,
but this is the thing. Good teams don't take that for granted. You think the Philadelphia Eagles are having practices like, oh, it's just practice. No, they're out there busting you know what, Vlad. And you can say the word if you want. I'm just not saying it right now. They're busting each other right now.
Oh, they're kicking each other's ass.
Yeah. Busting our ass. We got punched in the mouth the other day. Facts. Omar Kelly said it. A lot of guys should have got kicked out. Bears are trying to set a tone. We can't, because you know, Vlad, you get punked by one person. Everybody thinks they can punk you.
What is the reputation that two players over the last 2 seasons who joined the Miami Dolphins, every time they were asked by the media, what was the reputation of the Dolphins? What did they say?
I always say.
What did Jordan Poyer say about the Dolphins? What was the reputation of the Dolphins prior to him joining the roster?
I say 3 letters. You say 5 letters.
I say it's 5 letters.
I say SOF.
I say SAWFT.
Today, I didn't think they looked like that way. I thought they looked like, and I was like, Kenneth Grant looked like he was in there ready to go. Let's do this.
They look soft to me.
They didn't look soft to me today. Now they're playing the Bears, and you're going to say, oh, the Bears. I don't want to hear that. It's not about who you're playing. It's about you. And today, the Dolphins proved at least that for one game, they're ready to go out there. And maybe the best thing that happened to them was the other day getting punched in the mouth and getting into fights and everything going crazy on there and realizing, oh, wait a second, we have the Bears trying to pick on us. You know what? Maybe it stops now. Maybe that was the wake-up call they needed. I don't know.
Right, because you could see Ben Johnson and the Bears, there's a lot of expectations with them.
Because he's a tough guy.
All of a sudden now he's coming from Detroit. He's coming from Man Campbell's staff. So you want to see if he wants to set his tone. He wants to set a precedent saying like, hey, this ain't the ordinary Chicago Bears. We're back to being the old school Bears, tough monsters in the middle.
I want someone to get kicked out of practice today.
Kicked out, and he wanted to send a message. And he was trying to use the Miami Dolphins and Mike McDaniel as the message.
Easy team to do it against.
And I respected the fact that, even though I made fun of him, but you got to give your coach credit that he got in the middle of a scrap and was trying to break it up. This is totally different.
True.
And if I'm going to be different, I got to show and prove that I'm different. So Mike McDaniel's trying to be different this year, whether we like the authoritative tone, if we believe it, that's not for us. That is for those players inside that locker room to believe in. And if I give them credit for that, I give them credit for their attitude and their mindset for today's game. I know it's preseason 1, but like you said, they were trying to the Bears were trying to punk them on Friday.
They did.
Okay. And I didn't see it visually, but from what we've heard, they got punked.
Well, look, they also
some players got punked.
They walked into a gunfight with a knife. They didn't think, there's certain unsaid agreements in joint practice, and the Bears weren't playing by those agreements. So you know what the Dolphins had to do? They had to come out today and prove it on the field and say, like, okay,
where it really matters.
You want to play this way? Let's play this way.
When it really matters, they showed and proved.
Yep.
And now, in 6 days, they're going against. You went against Ben Johnson and the Bears.
Now he's
the copycat. Now you're going to get the original.
Yep.
You're going to get Dan Campbell. This is going to be Detroit's 3rd preseason game because they played the Hall of Fame game. So don't be surprised if they play their starters. If you see Jared Goff.
Why do you think? Because Dan Campbell's setting an attitude and a culture.
Don't be shocked.
Just like the Dolphins are supposed to be setting the culture.
This preseason game on Saturday, you see Jared Goff. You see Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yep.
You see Jameson Williams. You see Jahmyr Gibbs. You see David Montgomery. You see that great defensive line. You see Adrian Hutchinson and that defense.
Yep.
Because that's their third preseason game, and they're going to try to set a tone.
Yep. And what do the good teams do? They set culture, they set tones, they do things. And in the pregame telling me, oh, Dolphins don't do this. Would the Heat let something like this happen? No. You have to set it from the beginning, because if you don't, you can't come back. Like Vlad, we say in every relationship, when you meet somebody, you let them know from the beginning, because you can't come 4 months later or 3 games later and say, oh, well, now we have to be tough. No.
You should have been tough from the jump.
Let them know from the go. So let's get to some quick stats. 24-24, the final score. I believe the Dolphins, if they would have played starter on starter, would have probably won the game. Of course, the Bears didn't play a lot of starters.
I didn't play their starters either.
I know. Tua Tagovailoa, 5 for 6, 27 yards. He had that 15-play drive that sputtered out at the goal line. Zach Wilson led all passers, 5 for 9. He should have been about 7 for 9. 96 yards, no touchdowns. Quinn Ewers did not look extremely sharp. He looked like he was a little nervous. That's okay. 5 for 18. That's not good, Vlad. 71 yards.
Dude. Each quarterback completed 5 passes.
Yep.
Right? But
yes, sir.
If I tell you one quarterback completed 5 out of 9 passing attempts, one quarterback completed 5 out of 6 passing attempts, you've been like, oh, that's awesome. 10 out of 15, no problem. But then if I tell you the third quarterback is 5 out of 18, that's 13 incompletions. That is a nasty completion percentage.
He did have some drops. I'll give him that, but he also overthrew it so much. And Tua was 5 for 6 with 27 yards.
But that's all right. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Devon Achane had 3 carries for 22 yards. If you're looking at that drive,
it's a 7.3 yard average.
Right. So you're looking at that drive, your running back and your quarterback is going down the field. And like you said, if it wasn't for the fact that they got stopped at the goal line, if they scored that touchdown, you know what? Everybody's going crazy.
You know why they didn't score on that first drive. You know why they got stopped.
What's that?
Because they didn't put Ollie Gordon the second in.
Why they put Jalen Wright in?
Ollie Gordon the second, though.
So you want Ollie?
I want that hope.
So you want him to be RB too?
I want him to be RB. I mean,
he's gonna be an RB.
In a perfect world, I want him to be Derrick Henry.
It's only one Derrick Henry.
But Ollie Gordon the second was definitely one of the stars of the day. You named him the offensive player of the game. 8 carries, 33 yards, 4 yards a carry, 1 touchdown, and he did not look like a deer in the headlights. He looked like a man that was ready to play some NFL football. Devon Achane, 3 carries, 22 yards, but that's a 7.3 average right there. Jalen Wright looked better. I thought he looked like, he had taken a step up in his sophomore year. 9 carries, 16 yards, 1 touchdown. Alexander Madison, he went out in the game. He had 3 carries, 8 yards, but he did have a touchdown in the game. And then one of the other stars of the game, Taj Washington, 3 receptions for 53 yards and a 1 play where he really, really broke away and got some separation from some guys, which has us really believing. I'm not going to get into Eric Ezukama, who every year in preseason
I'm saying that's what's this, 4 years in a row?
I've done it too many times.
I've heard his name.
The past 3 years, I've gotten so excited about Easy E, and I just can't do it. Malik Washington also good today, 4 receptions, most receptions on the team, 18 yards. Overall, and the other star of the game, I'd say Kenneth Grant. Vlad, there were flashes that Kenneth Grant looked like he was taking up space and he was being disruptive. So I got to give him credit right there. On the Bears side, Tyson Bagent. Oh, my goodness. 13 for 19, 103 yards, touchdown, interception.
Bagent, Case Keenum. He's still in the league.
38, baby.
That man literally had a perfect QBR.
I can't believe he went 8 for 10 with 80 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He had a.
He didn't look that good.
His QBR was what? 139.6. He was on fire.
Oh, they took back one of those interceptions. I apologize. They got 1 interception this game.
Yes, the Dolphins only have one.
Jack Jones.
He took back. Only Patrick McMorris
passed interfered, which questionable, but maybe, it's preseason, but nonetheless. So, overall, I like it.
Storm Duck, 4 tackles. That was good.
Storm Duck, this is the thing, man. These guys are so good in the NFL. Like, no cornerback is Revis Island anymore. Like, it's really, really hard. But, he was out there doing his thing, for the most part. So what other games do we have? We've got Saints and Chargers playing right now. That's going to be a throwaway game over there in, I'm guessing, California. That's going on right now. Overall takeaways, we liked Ollie Gordon the second. He looked like the stage wasn't too big for him. Tua, I like the fact that he went out there and was a man, and he says he's the leader, and now he's acting like the leader. Taj Washington, Malik Washington, keep an eye on the Washingtons on this team. They're going to be good. Anything else, Vlad, you want to take away from this game?
No, just
I'm okay with
no
it.
Injuries. I like the mindset of the team.
We'll see about Alexander Madison.
We'll see, but no significant other than that. But I think what you saw with Ollie Gordon, and you have Jalen Wright, so it's not going to be that bad. I like the mindset of the team
so far.
So far, I'm looking forward to see what happens in the next preseason game, which is Saturday against the Detroit Lions. And we'll see.
We get ready for the real test, which is, of course, going to be week 1, September 7th against the Indianapolis Colts. But so far, it seems like we have a new attitude, and at least they're sticking to it for the time being. Let's talk the talk. Let's walk the walk. Vlad, thank you so much for hanging out for an hour.
I think, you know what? I had so much fun. I think we'll do it for an hour next week.
1 hour?
Yeah, this
I'm
Saturday.
Petition for more.
Yeah, well, Vlad's only got 1 hour because Vlad's got plans. But
oh, well, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But so far, okay, 24-24 tie. It's not really the score that we're worried about. We're just worried about the outset of the team. Mindset looked good so far, so good. We're going to be with you every post game. When the game ends, we're right here. And once again, we are Game Day Uncensored, meaning we don't hold back nothing. And we want to hear from you. So let's do this together this whole entire season. This is week 1. Hopefully plenty more to come, including playoff wins right here for the